Hi, I'm Esty. Welcome to this Realized Grace study on Celtic Christianity. Today is session number 5 of our study, and we are going to explore a really beautiful concept from the Celtic Christian tradition, the idea of an Anam Cara, or a soul friend. A soul friend. Friends are vitally important in our lives, and good friends can be hard to find, especially as an adult. I'm always amazed. I have a young son, and I'm always amazed by his ability to make friends. From an early age, he's just kind of attracted friends like a magnet. You know, we go to a park, and all of a sudden I turn around and he's got a buddy. It's like my son has this ability to put out into the world, hey, I'm a kid, and you're a kid. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. I wish I had that ability as an adult. Hey, I'm a person and you're a person. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. It's not that easy, and that feels really awkward. Making friends as an adult, it's just harder. Friendships take time, and our schedules are full, and friendships require intention and sacrifice. We have to choose to make space for them. Today, I want to introduce you to this idea from the Celtic Christian tradition that invites us to practice friendship at a deep level, not just through acquaintances or kind of collegial relationships, but a friendship of deep support and mutuality. In the Celtic tradition, this kind of friend is called an Anam Cara. That's a Gaelic term. Anam is the Gaelic word for soul, and Cara is the Gaelic word for friend. An Anam Cara is a soul friend. In the early Celtic Christian church, a person who acted as a teacher or a companion or a spiritual guide for another person was given this title, an Anam Cara. Usually your Anam Cara was the person to whom you confessed, the person to whom you revealed the hidden intimacies of your life. With an Anam Cara, you could share your innermost self. The Celtic Christian figures that we've spoken of in this study all had Anam Caras. They all had a person like this in their life. Pelagius wrote that indeed we each need one special friend who may be called a friend of the soul. We must open our souls completely to this friend, hiding nothing and revealing everything. And we must allow this friend to assess and judge what he sees. Saint Bridget told her fellow monastics, "Go and eat nothing until you get a soul friend. For anyone without a soul friend is like a body without a head." Saint Bridget's words come to us sort of as a warning, like without a soul friend, we lose our heads. Why is that? I think it's because when we have only ourselves to talk to, we really get into our own head. We become lost in the echo chamber of our own thinking. You know, the voices in our mind grow louder and louder. Without a friend to process with and to tell us the truth, these voices in our heads can start to take over. We can start to believe our negative thinking, that we aren't good enough, that we don't belong. Nobody's there to challenge that, and it just keeps going round and round in our mind. Or conversely, the voice of pride could take over, and we begin to really, think too highly of ourselves and get a big head. A soul friend, an Anam Cara, is someone who will tell us the truth, someone who might challenge us, someone who will help recognize both the lies we tell ourselves and the reality we need to be reminded of. John O'Donoghue is a modern Irish poet, and he has a book called Anam Cara. O'Donoghue wrote that a soul friend helps us understand who we are without mask or pretension. With a soul friend, the superficialities and the trying to kind of posture and pretend and being halfway true about who you are, all that stuff falls away, and you can be as you really are. Self-understanding is nurtured in relationship with an Anam Cara, and that understanding is precious. Again, the poet John O'Donohue writes, "Where you are understood, you are at home. Understanding nourishes belonging. When you really feel understood, you feel free to release yourself into the trust and shelter of the other person's soul." Maybe at this point, you are thinking that you would love to have someone like this in your life, and you're not sure where to find them. Or you could be thinking that this sounds like a lot of self-disclosure, and you aren't sure you really want to go there with someone else. To both of those questions, I would offer this encouragement. I would invite you to just take a small step towards practicing deeper friendship. If you don't have someone who you can really kind of pour yourself out to on a deep level, then just identify someone who you might spend a little more time with to see if one day it could grow to that place. And if you're hesitant to practice friendship like this at all, then I would just say maybe give it a chance. Risk growing closer to someone. It doesn't have to be Anam Cara level close to begin with. Just maybe a little more self-disclosure than you normally would. See what that feels like to speak to someone vulnerably about yourself. See if any kind of self-understanding is nurtured, like John O'Donohue says. See if there's a change inside of you. Just a word here about risk. Practicing friendship like this is risky. When we open ourselves to someone else, we could be rejected in our bid for friendship. We could be misunderstood. The other person could unintentionally say something that hurts. There is a vulnerability in practicing deeper friendship. C.S. Lewis wrote that friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art, like the universe itself. It has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things which give value to survival. I invite you to consider who is or who could be your Anam Cara. Someone who will gently challenge your negative self-talk or call you home to yourself, bring you back down when you think too highly of yourself. Someone who could help you see your blind spots with grace and help you hear God's voice when your thoughts are too loud. An Anam Cara listens to your inner life and honors it. They help you find the golden thread of God's presence when you feel like you've lost it. And they help you hold on when your grip is weak. A soul friend doesn't try to remake you. They guide you toward becoming most fully who you are. I'd like to close this session by hearing once more the words of John O'Donohue, the Irish poet. This is his piece that's titled A Friendship Blessing. May you be blessed with good friends. May you learn to be a good friend to yourself. May you be able to journey to that place in your soul where there is great love, warmth, feeling, and forgiveness. May this change you. May it transfigure that which is negative, distant, or cold in you. May you be brought into the real passion, kinship, and affinity of belonging. May you treasure your friends. May you be good to them, and may you be there for them. May they bring you all the blessings, challenges, truth, and light that you need for your journey. May you never be isolated. May you always be in the gentle nest of belonging with your Anam Cara. Thank you so much for watching this study. If you are watching with a small group, then I encourage you to download the discussion guide on my website, realizegrace.com. The idea of all of these sessions is, after you watch this video, to spend time in reflection. The discussion guide has prompts, it has questions to help you. You can use it individually, or better, use it with a friend. Talk to somebody. Tell somebody what it feels like to have a good friend who understands you. What it feels like, what an experience is that you've had of somebody who's kind of called you back to yourself. I pray that this session has been hopeful for you, has brought you some new insight, and that it encourages you as you continue to realize grace in your life.